All right, we're up on YouTube. What is up? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the What Had Happened Was podcast. I am your host, Mike Dundarski. And it's, what is it, May 6th we're recording, May 7th when you're listening to this, if you're listening to the podcast. Hope that you guys had a great weekend. I did. I'm not going to even complain. It was our 5-year anniversary, so that was fun times. Can't complain about that. We went down to the Heritage Shores where we got married, and it was quite a fun time. Let me share this real quick. Share this out on my Facebook. Live with the podcast. All right. This is kind of hard because I have to get YouTube going. I have to get Facebook going. I have to get the regular Audacity going. I have to then get the live video up on here. So either way, it just becomes a little bit of a hassle. As I was saying, it was our oh, Jesus. Hope nobody was listening to that. That's got to kind of suck. All right. So it was our 5-year anniversary this weekend. Well, really, it was Friday. I mean, May 4th. May the 4th be with you. That Star Wars bullshit took over, which has now infiltrated our wedding. It used to just be Ryan and my little brother's birthday, and now it's the whole May the 4th be with you thing that has taken over. So we went down to Heritage Shores, had a really awesome dinner. It was kind of strange. So I called in advance and I was like, hey, 6:30 reservation for 2. They were like, yeah, that's great. I was like, it's our 5th wedding anniversary. We got married there. And they were like, oh, great. We'll try to have something special for you. So when we get there was no one at the hostess table at all. A lady walked by. I shouldn't say a lady. It was like a young girl, maybe 18 to 20, walks by, looks at us, gives us a stink eye, and keeps walking. So finally I go behind the desk myself. I keep punching this microphone. I'm sorry. So finally I go behind the desk myself and see that I am listed there for the reservation. And then finally some guy came out of the bathroom, and Lindsay was like, hey, are you do you work here? And the guy was like, well, yeah. And she was like, we have a 6:30 reservation. He was like, oh, I don't work in the restaurant. I just work at the country club. So it wasn't off to the greatest start. The hostess was a complete bitch. She sat us. She acted like she did not want to say a word to us. It was a strange. Usually the hostesses are supposed to be like really smiley and welcoming. This one was not. I don't know if it was because it was like a Western Sussex County, like Bridgeville Greenwood thing, but this bitch was not excited to seat us at our table. Hey, I like that, coming in hot with the insults in the chat. I'm not going to co-sign that because Brian actually recommended a real estate agent that I think we're going to, well, I know we're going to go with. We're going with the agent that he recommended. So thank you for that, Mr. Mooney. Tip of the hat for that, which was a whole nother weird thing. So I mean, all right, so let me finish with this. So anyway, we get dinner. Dinner was great. And then after we ordered dessert, when the waitress is bringing out the check, she goes, oh, I didn't realize it was your guys' 5th wedding anniversary and you had gotten married here. And it's like, well, why the hell did I even put in the reservation then? You gonna make a guest appearance? You wanna say hi? You going to bed? Can I have a kiss? No. I love you. Go to bed. All right.
But I want to finish American Idol first.
Okay, go sit and watch the American Idol. Daddy's gonna do this, okay? All right, bye. The kids have realized now that I videotape these, they like to come up and see themselves on camera. It's quite funny. So anyway, we're at Heritage Shores. Dinner was great, but at the end of the dinner, the lady was like, oh, I didn't realize it was your 5th anniversary. I'm sorry. Like, what are we going to say at that point? Like, oh, bring out another piece of cake? Because I think we got churros and ice cream. So it was kind of dead at that point. Like, what the hell are we going to do? Anyway, we went out back to where we got married, and Heritage Shores has blown up. I don't know if you guys frequent there. I don't. I try not to go into Western Sussex. I mean, unless I have a meeting with one of the districts down there, I try my best to stay away from Western Sussex. But Heritage Shores has a really cool setup now. I think it's called like sweet something or another. It's almost like a cafe deli / bar. It's really awesome. They have like giant checkers, giant Jenga, foosball, like 5 or 6 TVs, and it's right off the backside of Heritage Shores. So like you can walk out from the country club and go to this like little bar deli hangout. They have a whole bunch of like overpasses now, like almost like Baywood, I guess, where like you have the bridges with that you can ride the golf carts on, and they go over and they go to like interjoining islands and things like that. So they've really done a lot in the last 5 years from the time we got married. It was really nice. So what?
How many minutes until you're gonna do forklift?
25. Okay. Okay, go lay down and I'll do the forklift when I get there. Okay. Are you? Likes for me to pick her up into the bed like a forklift as opposed to climbing up the ladder. So that's what forklift is. I don't know if you could even hear her on the microphone, but that's basically where the forklift comes. Saturday, we had Dover Days, which was really cool. There was the NASCAR race. So it was pretty crowded at Dover Days. And then there was the History, Heritage, and Hops Beer Festival downtown in Dover, where they had a few bands, and then Mike Hines and The Look came on after. It was a really good weekend. I drank way too much beer yesterday, and I had already decided, but this kind of cemented it that I'm gonna do no beer for the rest of the month until Joey's wedding. So Joey gets married June 16th. So I think from here on out, I'm just going to go whiskey or wine, which, I mean, it's not like I'm really cutting anything out. I shouldn't like applaud myself or even talk about that. But yeah, so I'm going to go whiskey or wine until Joey's wedding. And then at Joey's wedding, I'll obviously be drinking quite a bit of beer. So that's where we'll go with that. I hope you guys had a good weekend. We decided, like I was saying, we are going to list our house. We picked an agent. I felt a little bit like The Bachelor. It was kind of crazy. So we initially went with an agent to list our house. And then for whatever reason, I don't know. I don't know if it was my fault, her fault, whatever it was, there was a lack of communication. So about a week and a half went by and I didn't hear from her, and we were trying to get the house listed. And she basically had, told us like, hey, I know you want to get the house listed. So on what, baby? You just are a camera hooker, huh? Go ahead, go back downstairs.
Sorry about that. I wanted to, listen to that. Sorry about that.
So, yeah. So, long story short, it didn't work out. So we had to I had to write the lady an email, just basically saying we're not going to use you as a real estate agent. So I set up interviews with like 4 or 5 real estate agents, and they were all. I mean, one of them she was a bit older, and she was just like shit talking, like our generation. Like, so our house is obviously a townhouse, and it's 7 or 8 years old. It's not in perfect shape. Like we upkeep it, but it's not in perfect shape. There's some nicks and scratches and things like that. And she basically was like going through every little tiny thing that was wrong with the house and was like, oh, you got to fix this. Cause kids your age, when they buy these houses, they don't know what the hell they're doing. All they want to do is they just want to move right in. They don't know how to pick up a screwdriver. They don't know. Oh, this pissed me off. She was like, they don't know what the star end of the screwdriver is called. I was like, well, one, it's not a star, it's fucking X. A star has 5 fucking points. And last time I checked, the Phillips head has 4. It's just a cross, babe. It's not a star. So that kind of pissed me off that she was like, oh, the kids don't even know what the star end of the screwdriver is called. And I was like, because it's not a fucking star. It's just a cross, lady. So take your old ass on somewhere. But long story short, we didn't choose her. And we had so 4 people. So then we had 3 other interviews. I wasn't able to be at one. And Lindsay actually like loved the lady that we picked, Tony Schrock from Long and Foster. So our house should be on the market, I think, May 17th. So if you know anybody who's looking to buy a townhouse in Dover, send them our way. I would love to sell them our house. We've got the upgrades. We've got quartz countertops. Got a nice deep sink. There's laminate floors. There's premium. I forget what the hell they called it. Luxury vinyl plank. Like I was like, well, how in the hell is a vinyl plank luxury? But they call it luxury, and now they can charge you $4 a square foot for it. So I got suckered into that. So I have luxury vinyl plank in the floor. We have laminate. We have quartz. I painted the cabinets. So we've got some upgrades. So if anybody's looking to buy a townhouse in Dover area, you know, any military people that want to come, go ahead and let them know. And I'll be glad to sell them my house. But I felt like the Bachelor a little bit because I had to call people. We're looking to move to Milford. It's right now we're looking into development called Dogwood Meadows. It's off of, I believe, Lindsay tells me Churchill Road and Canterbury Road, like out by Route 15. So almost like you're heading toward Harrington from Milford. And then you turn, like you're going west on 14, then you turn onto 15 pretty much immediately. Back behind the Walmart, I guess, kind of. But a little further south, if I'm making any sense. I really don't know the area that well, but I know it's between Felton and my parents. So it's like a really nice, happy median. We're really lucky. We're able to drop our kids off with our parents a heck of a lot. Everyone was giving a shit that we saw out at Dover Days and then the History, Heritage, and Hops Festival. They're like, oh, it must be nice to be able to drop your kids off at your grandparents. I'm like, yeah, it is actually. So thank you for that. It's very nice. This is a Bill Burr. It's actually not even a Bill Burr tribute. I just try to copy him word for word. I record his Wednesday podcast, well, Thursday really, that it comes out. And then I just try to recite that word for word. He actually just hit his 5-year anniversary and was in Greenwood, Delaware. So that's his thing. Yeah. So fucking anyhow, I had to call. We had to make, 3 phone calls basically saying, hey, we're going in another direction, which is never fun. But 3 of the 4 were really good. The one, like I said, whatever. So it was just, yeah, we're not going to mesh well with you. You don't like millennials. You don't seem to really like the house. How in the hell are you going to sell our house? So the other 3, there was a tough phone call to say, hey, we really liked you, but we just liked someone else better. Cause then they're like, well, what did they do? How can I be better? And it's like, I don't know. It was just that we got a better vibe with that person. Then of course you don't want to be an asshole. So it just sucks. It just sucks telling people that they didn't get the job because they put in effort. They brought all the comps and they brought like their own little swing. One offered to do like staging, one offered to do power washing. Like they just all offered a lot of advice. One had local connects with the Air Force Base, so they offered a shit ton of advice, and I just felt bad turning one down. But you can only pick one. You can't list with 17 different agents. Otherwise, no one's going to want to sell the house because they need to make some goddamn money. And if they're splitting 6% 10 ways, I don't think they want 0.6%. I don't think they give a shit at that point. But again, I'm sure it'll be like a first-time homeowner, a military family, or somebody like that. And speaking of the military, this was, I don't know if you saw my post, but well, you missed it. Sloan has already come up here twice singing a song. So she may be back up. She seems to really like looking at herself on camera. I don't know where she gets that from or why she thinks she's important and that she needs to be on video. But so I was at the Dover Days parade, as I said, and the best part was like a lot of the lawmakers dressed up in like old school fucking gear. Tom Carper was dressed up in his old timey gear. You can actually check that out on my Facebook feed if you check that out because he's an old dude and he was rocking it. He was killing it. But the weirdest fucking part was the JROTC from Dover High walks by, and I'm not even bullshitting. I almost fell over. The people stood up and gave the fucking ROTC a standing ovation. I looked at Lindsay. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is like the JROTC. These like, what have they like, did they like, I don't know. Did they have to fucking cut in line to get tacos one day? Like why are we giving a standing ovation to 16-year-old kids in the ROTC? What is like, because they want to be in the military, but probably 50% of them won't even be in the military. Like, why are we giving a standing ovation to the JROTC? So when I was in school, it was like, they definitely wouldn't have got a standing ovation. We'll just put it that way. I don't want to shit on the JROTC or anyone who was in the JROTC, but we'll just leave it at that. You wouldn't have gotten a standing ovation for being in the JROTC. You might have gotten some shit thrown at you, actually, if you went to a parade and you like they were wearing like these shiny fucking tinfoil hats. It was ridiculous. And people are like giving them a standing ovation because they're, I don't know, pseudo military, like they're high school. I don't know. They were wearing outfits. I'm still baffled as to why these kids got a standing ovation, but they got a fucking standing ovation. And I'm like, is this what I like? I know after 9/11, everybody in the military was like a hero and a fucking the bravest person you ever met. But the JROTC is getting standing ovations now. And then, of course, when the National Guard came by, they got a standing ovation, which I don't know. What do they dig some holes in the woods like 3 Saturdays a year? I don't even know. Like, I'm not trying to shit on people, but like, what are we giving people standing ovations for? It blows my mind. It's just like, oh, you're in the JROTC. You're fucking 16 and you've not been shot at once in your entire life, and you likely never will be. But here's a standing ovation for persevering and having to wear that stupid fucking outfit, which I get. You know what? Now that I think about it, they probably deserved a standing ovation for having to wear that stupid fucking outfit, because who am I to talk shit? Who am I to talk shit? They probably deserved it for being in that stupid outfit with those stupid shiny hats on. You know what? Now that I think about it, I should have stood up and given them a slow clap as well. I definitely should have done that as well. So yeah, I mean, so it was my least favorite weekend in Dover. It was the race weekend. And it coincided with some other stuff that was going on where I actually wanted to be out and about. And actually, Joey, to your point here, this is a little bit of a ripoff of Bill Burr's show, because he just went to Talladega. He went straight Talladega. The Dega. Yeah, so this is literally no bullshit. Pretty much a straight rip of Bill Burr's little rant. What's up? So here's another interruption.
Can mommy fuck with me?
Yeah.
With my chair.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk.
Nice talk. Thank you for gracing me with your presence yet again. But no. So anyway, with Dover Days and with obviously the NASCAR weekend, there was a lot of overflow. So there were some race fans in Dover Days, and I think what I was getting at is that you see a lot of the quote unquote forgotten Americans. Like, there's no question about it that the Trump voters, the Trump supporters are the NASCAR crowd. So like, when you say to me like, oh, you have white privilege and all that shit, I get it. Like, my parents helped me out a ton. I wouldn't be where I was without them. Like, anywhere, like if it weren't for my parents, I basically wouldn't. I'd be dead in a ditch somewhere. Anyway, so when you say the white privilege shit to someone like me who grew up pretty wealthy, like middle class white kid, it flies. I get it. However, when you see the fucking poverty of some of these people that attend races or just go out in public, I go out in public in mesh shorts and a hoodie and I look like a bum. So I guess I shouldn't be shit talking. But there were people that were wearing like fucking sneakers that looked like they hadn't bought new shoes since like 1976. Like, they were green from cutting the grass. They were brown from who knows what the hell they were brown from. But they're like, they have these shoes like there's no fucking tread on the soles. It's just flat rubber, just rocking them, just walking downtown Dover, like cut off sleeve tees, holy ass jeans. Like, jeans are like half yellow. It's just fucking disgusting. And you kind of get a glimpse of that, I guess, that poverty that does exist, and the quote unquote forgotten Americans, that not every white person was just pushed to the front of the line. So I do kind of understand that more when I actually go out and I interact with other human beings and not just stay stuck in my own little bubble. So it was, you know, when you look at things through a different lens, it helps, because I always shit talk every Trump voter. You know, I shit talk them because they deserve to have shit talked on them. But when I heard Bill Burr's kind of little rant about, you know, that not everybody is the quote unquote middle class white guy, it stuck. And I definitely saw that this weekend with a lot of the race fans and you know, all those things. It was a sad weekend for Dover. Not only did the race come, so that was a sad time for us, but we found out Acme was closing. You know, where the hell am I going to go to get my seafood? Because Food Lion sucks balls for seafood. Redner's, I'm not certain. I mean, they have a seafood section, but I'm not certain that it's quality. I guess I could go to Safeway. Target's like, their whole grocery section is the biggest crock of shit in the world. Target makes so much money off of their grocery section. Like it's basically just for moms and single women that go in there and they whatever, who knows what women go to Target for, but they go to Target like fucking 3 times a week. And then every time they're in there, they're like, oh, well, while I'm here, instead of going to the grocery store, I'll just buy these overpriced fucking groceries here. It's like one chicken breast is like $8 in Target. They're making a fucking killing. So they're doing something right. But so I guess I could go to Safeway for my seafood, but Acme is closing. I think they're going to try to move a lot of the workers to like, I think there's a Smyrna Acme, which is doing okay. But this Dover one's shutting down. So that kind of fucking sucks. I know you guys care a lot. I mean, I'll be out of here hopefully within the next month or two, so it won't affect me. Maybe I'll be moved out by the time the Dover Acme closes down and I can leave with Acme. Me and Acme can fucking leave Dover together. What was I? Why did I just? I don't know. I don't know what the hell just happened to my screen, but something happened to my screen. I hope I'm still up here. My computer's on the fritz, like big time on the fritz. It's like it's one of those whole this much percent not charging. Like you get that, and then you just ride out that fucking AC adapter until it absolutely dies, and then you have to fucking go Amazon or Staples or whatever and buy a new one. Am I the only one that does that? Like when the AC adapter stops working and it basically says computer plugged in, not charging, 12%. I just let that bitch go, like, because it's been on 12% now for like 3 weeks. So as long as I don't unplug it, we're good. So I basically don't have a laptop anymore. I have a tiny desktop. I have like a fucking tiny desktop computer because I'm lazy and I'm cheap and I don't feel like spending $60 on a new charger. So essentially, I don't even. I have a fucking a tiny. I'll just say it again. I have a tiny desktop. I can't like take it with me to poop, or I can't. I guess I could in bed because the outlet's like right next to the side of my bed. So I could use it in bed, but I definitely can't do it on the toilet because the cord's like all the way over by the mirror. And that's not that I have a giant bathroom. I'm not trying to like humble brag because I don't. I have a little shitty construction grade ensuite. We can't call it the master suite anymore. Yes, I'm massa. Because that's bad. We don't want to do that. Oh yes. Oh shit. This girl. So I was well, it's prom season, obviously. I bought Lindsay some flowers, and I was in Genmore Florists, and it was prom season. A lot of shit was going on. It took me fucking forever to get flowers, which pissed me off because I had put in an order. I said I wanted to pick them up between 1:30 and 2. So when I got there at 1:45, clock's ticking. I want my shit set out in the little cooler thing so I can just go pick it up and go. But no, it wasn't there. And I shouldn't shit talk Genmore because I did that 1-800-Flowers. I forget if it was 1-800-Flowers. Whichever one I did it one time and the flowers came. They were already fucking bloomed. They were already bloomed. And I thought when I was ordering them offline that they were going to come basically fucking unbloomed. So when I put them in the water, they would bloom. They would look good. No, these things came bloomed and then they were wilting. So 1-800-Flowers, fuck you. Big fat fuck you to 1-800-Flowers. Genmore Florist in Dover's the shit. If you guys need to get any kind of flowers. I don't know if, I doubt it. She's not that kind of person. But the arrangement I got her for, I forget if it's arrangement or bouquet. It's in a vase. I don't know. I'm terrible with that. Yeah, it's an arrangement because I called it a bouquet and the woman was like, oh, I was looking for like a prom bouquet, but you got an arrangement. It's in a vase. I was like, okay, thank you. So the arrangement anyhow was like $50 and it was just gorgeous. I was floored because usually when you get a $50 worth of flowers, you end up getting like 3 baby's breaths and 2 carnations. And it's like, here's $50 right up the ass. And then they die in like 2 weeks and you're like, oh, so glad I spent that $50. I ordered off the line, off the internets. That's a good point. I ordered it online. I didn't realize I said that a lot. I do say that. I ordered it offline. Wow. Stumped me there. That is a dumb shit thing I said. Yeah, I ordered it offline. What a fucking idiot I am. Like I sound like a 60-year-old man. Like, get off my lawn. I ordered it off the internet. I went on to the Googles. Speaking of which, my nose is fucking huge. Why did the one thing that continually grows your whole entire life, your nose, that bitch just keeps growing your entire life. Why did I have to get smacked with a huge one from the jump? Like if my nose were regular size, I could, it could grow into my face. And then by the time I'm 60, I got a fine looking nose. No, by the time I'm 60, I'm going to look like fucking Gonzo from the Muppet Babies, with the way my nose is going right now. It's insanity. I always had kind of like that beakish, pointy nose, but now with it, it's going Gonzo. It's going to be, yeah. I don't know how else to say it. I'll probably be able to push my fucking nose to my chin. They'll connect together. Like, looks like fucking half moon when I'm side view. It looks between my nose and my chin, and I definitely look like I've got like the crescent moon thing going on. Like you could put a little nightcap on my nose and like that moon guy, someone's sleeping on the moon. I just wish I didn't have a giant fucking nose that's going to continue to grow until I'm like 85. So I'm almost midlife. Lindsay was making fun of me. She was like, because I was obviously drunk yesterday, and she was like, "When's that going to get old? You're midway. What she called me? She said you're middle aged." And I was like, I don't know that I'm middle aged. I was like, I'm only 34. But then I doubled it, and I was like 68. Well, shit. If I keep treating my body like this, I might be past my middle aged already. I don't know. I'd like to hit 85. I don't know when I want to go. I mean, modern medicine's good, but I don't see myself wanting to live 100 years. I really don't think I want to be around that long. But hopefully I'm more than 68. I don't. So I disagree with my wife. I don't think I'm middle-aged yet. I think I'm third. Nah, maybe third age would put me at 100. So about 1.25 aged. I don't know. Whatever the fraction between a half and a third is. Yeah, I can't do math. I still say I order shit offline. So what makes you think I can do math? Can't do it. Not happening. But that is weird to think about, like your mortality. Like I'm 34, double that 68. I don't think I'm going to see triple my age. Like when you're 15, 16, you think, oh shit, I got like 5 more times of this thing to go. But now that I'm 34, I got like one more go round. Like I'll be 68, and then I'm probably not going to see what would that put me at 92? No, 102. Yeah, definitely not going to see that. Not going to see another 68 years. Nope. So I got 50 years left. I might as well live them right. So back to the prom dresses, right? So this prom dress thing, I don't know if you guys saw this one. It's so funny. You never know what the fucking media is going to latch onto. So I saw this girl, I guess, wore a kimono style like prom dress, and some guy had a fucking conniption on Twitter, and it was like the best quote ever. He was like, what is it? My culture is not your goddamn prom dress. So of course he flipped his shit on that, and then other people did, and it went viral, and it ended up on the news. And I was like, that's fucking stupid. But then I saw the picture, and I was like, that makes a little bit more sense now why the guy was pissed, because not only did the bitch wear like a kimono dress, which is fine, whatever. People have worn them before, but then they did this whole little like fucking I Dream a Genie like bow pose for the picture. Like it was a group of her and like 8 of her friends like doing this like fucking dun, 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 fucking Hong Kong Phooey thing. It's talk at a normal speed instead of 1.5. Yeah, I would recommend putting me at about 1.5, maybe even 2. I feel like I talk pretty fast, and the interviews have come down, but you live really close. I don't know. That's why I was talking about a couple episodes back. Like, I don't know how long it takes people to consume a podcast. Like for me, it's one ride to and from work, and that's it. And I can consume pretty much an hour-long podcast. So I've tried to scale these things back to be a half hour, 45 minutes, because I feel like that's still pretty good amount of time. Like you could listen to that in maybe 2 rides. That's pretty accurate at 2, at 1.5, or at regular equal speed. I sound like an idiot most times. No matter what's coming out of my mouth, I typically do sound like an idiot. But this girl, like I said, who gives a shit about the prom dress? It was a fucking kimono. But I think the uproar was because she was doing the fucking Hong Kong Phooey pose, and that really set the guy off. So he felt some kind of way about it, to the point where Sloan got her face painted at Dover Days, and I almost didn't post a pic. I didn't post a picture. 1, because I'd already posted a couple pictures, and I didn't want to be fucking picture overload guy. And 2, because she got her face painted. She got a fucking gem put in the middle of her forehead. She was like it was like a peacock or butterfly. I forget which one she chose. But anyway, at the end to top it off, they put a little gem between her forehead. And I was like, that's all I fucking need is somebody to say, my culture is not your goddamn face painting. Fucking send my daughter into the viral world. Which I'm sure at some point she's going to do something that I post on Facebook that someone will take offense to. I hope it never goes viral because I don't want her to have that kind of drama in her life. I just don't. I really don't. But yeah, it was fucking stupid. Who knows? It's so weird. Like you can't even predict what is going to be a big deal in the news or in the media. Like you can try, like the whole Boy Scouts thing I figured would ruffle some feathers or whatever and make people mad. I don't even know what the hell went on with that. I just saw a bunch of people saying like, oh, girls can't be in the Boy Scouts, or I don't even know if they're just allowing girls or if they're combining the Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts or what's going on. I have zero clue. I have zero interest in fucking finding out. I have just as much interest of finding out about the Boy Scouts as I do is giving a standing ovation to the JROTC. Which if you are a Boy Scout, you're probably going to end up in the JROTC at some point. So you'll get a standing ovation in fucking 10 years. So just keep on chugging, Billy. I know the Eagle Scout thing was actually a big deal. Like a lot of scholarships and a lot of benefits for that on the resume. But I genuinely don't know. I think I went to Boy Scouts for like 1 or 2 meetings. I just moved down from Jersey and they were talking about like camping out overnight. And I was like, fuck that, Mom. I'm not sleeping in a tent with some kid who like pisses the tent. Imagine someone pissed in the tent, like it's got the vinyl bottom. Now it's just a big puddle of piss. You can't even escape it. Man, my lower back started hurt. I started, Joey actually gave me a stand-up desk and I've been standing up at work. So I have really good posture at work. And now I'm just like crouched over on the couch fucking doing this and it's killing my back. I feel like I'm middle-aged. Jesus Christ. Maybe my wife was right. Maybe I am middle-aged. Fuck's sake. Yeah. So no, I don't know. I mean, could you imagine that you're like 8 years old and a kid pisses in the tent and it's just, you're just in it now because it's not going to drain anywhere. It's just going to be a straight pissy tent. Who, I don't know. I hope my kids don't join the Boy Scouts. I hope they don't join the Girl Scouts. I hope they don't do baseball. I'm fine with swimming, lacrosse, whatever, football. I don't care. I just no baseball, no Boy Scouts. I'll be happy. No Girl Scouts. I'm good with that. I think someone wants to do dance again this upcoming dance season, but I think you have to wait until September or something. Because if you don't join at the beginning, you can't come in the middle. Because how the fuck would you learn how to do some kind of fucking nutcracker dance by Christmas time? I don't know. It must be fucking impossible to learn how to do the nutcracker mid-season. Like heaven forbid you don't sign up in September, but again, we're going to be moving, so I don't know why I give a shit about trying to get her into like some stuff. Oh, that's the last thing I wanted to talk about before I go. Wrap it up real nice and early for Michael Marvel so he doesn't have to listen to me on 1.5 speed anymore. He can just do normal speed. That's what I'm talking about. At the History, Heritage, and Hops Festival, they had really nice porta potties. 2 things happened though. The first one was Max is not, I don't know. He'll probably play Madden. I mean, who am I kidding? He'll see me playing and he'll want to play, but he's more into these like building, like I don't even know what you call them. Like so basically he gets like a dragon or whatever, and he's got to build it up and it battles other dragons. And it's kind of like Pokemon. It's kind of what he's into right now. So he fucking loves that. And I don't know that he would get into the football game. I don't know that his generation is going to watch football. I mean, I'm going to watch it, so he'll be around it, but I don't know. I think the NFL could be unfortunately dying, which would suck because I mean, it'll never die. It's still going to be fucking huge, but it's just, where's it go? I mean, they're already taking the hits out of it. So there's no huge hits. They're talking about taking away the kickoffs in college. It's like insanity to me. It's not even going to look like football in 20 years. But I guess if they want to survive as a sport, they got to change with the times. And if you want to survive as a human, basically you shouldn't use fucking hand sanitizer or soap when you pee. So if you're a guy and you pee and you wash your hands or use the hand sanitizer, you're a fucking weird dude. I don't care what you say to me. There's no need for you to wash your hands or use hand sanitizer if you just simply peed. Like it's just nonsensical to me. You whip it out, you pee, you go, and you leave. Like, not to mention that after you wash your hands, after you wash your hands or hand sanitizer, you're then pushing the dirty ass door or whatever it is. So the porta johns, porta potties, whatever the fuck you want to call them, were awesome at History, Heritage, and Hops. But the one I walked into, someone had taken a fresh dump. Like, it was sitting right on, like, it was like a goddamn right over top of the Blue Lagoon. It was just a nice archipelago of shit, just a shit pelago, like a little, I like the Hawaiian island chain of turds just sitting there like a little volcano peeking out. It was not solid turds. It was like a mound of soft serve sitting in some blue water, basically. But you know how blue that is. It's like that stark, gross, like Smurf blue. Like they melted Smurfs and put them in the porta potty. Like it's just like melted Smurfs with like a good scent. And then sitting right in the middle was just this big lump of like, it wasn't even a turd. It was like, I'm telling you, it was disgusting. So, and it smelled god awful. So I hope that guy washed his hands or hand sanitized, because I don't even want to know. There's no way he finished wiping in that porta potty at all. He still had shit in his drawers when he left. There's just no question about it. There's no way you can get yourself clean enough in a porta potty for that. But that's what we're going to end it is if you're a guy and you wash your hands after you pee, we're going to have to figure something out here. I'm going to take away your man card. I don't know, revoke your manliness, whatever it is. I don't know who's doing it and who's ruining it for the rest of the guys. Now, if I don't wash my hands or if I don't use hand sanitizer afterwards, I'm like some kind of heat. You might be a germaphobe like Howie Mandel or something. But if you're just taking a piss, you spin your ass around and you walk out of the bathroom, or you spin your ass around and you walk out of the porta potty. No one has time to wait for you to wash your hands. Now you got to dry them. Now you're bringing a whole nother. It's like going to, I don't know. It's like going to prom and wearing a Chinese dress and doing a fucking Hong Kong Phooey pose. You just don't do it. There's certain things you don't do, and washing your hands after you pee is one of them. And if you do, and you stick up for people who wash their hands after they pee, well, whatever effeminate slur I can give to you, you're such a girl. I don't know, whatever. Ladies, I guess in 2018, you might as well wash your hands after you pee, because everybody's the same and everybody's equal. And why not? Why wouldn't you wash your hands after you pee? It's what normal humans do, right? No, you don't. You don't wash your hands after you pee. And if you do, you're fucking awful. You're an awful human, because you're going to create a superbug. That's what you're going to do, because you're using that stupid hand sanitizer, you're using antibacterial soap, and you're killing germs and you're creating super germs. So I hope you're happy. Every time you piss and wash your hands, just know that you're probably going to kill someone in 50 years because you are a loser, and you can't have, like, I mean, what did you do? Did you go in there and just like piss all over your hands? Did you just put your hands in front of your dick and pee on them? Why do you need to wash your hands after you pee? I can't figure it out. I cannot figure it out. I'm mind-boggling. Every guy that came out was like rubbing their hands with the hand sanitizer. Maybe they were just pretending like they were fucking doing it because their wives would bitch at them or something. I don't know. But almost every guy that came out of the Port John was like hand sanitizing. I was like, what? So I hope in 50 years, when there's a super plague and people die, I hope you're happy. I hope you're still alive for it, because I probably won't be, because I'm already middle-aged. I don't know. I don't get it. Unless you're literally putting your hand, like, are you wiping down the urinal? I don't know what people could be doing that could possibly feel the need to make them wash their hands. I don't get it. Maybe I'm doing pee wrong, and maybe my hands should be soaking wet with urine when I get done, that I have to wash my hands. Fuck it. That's where we're going to end it. I got nothing more to say. We're coming up on 40 minutes. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your week. We're already in May. Teachers, you have what? A month and a half left, and that's it. And you got to count down the days. You still got your summer break coming. What is it, Memorial Day or Labor Day? I always get those fucked up. Memorial Day's coming up. But that's about it. That's all you got. You got Memorial Day and then summer break, which fucking ain't right. I mean, can you, I don't know how many snow days people have, but should be what, mid-June we'll all be out. It is. It's probably one of the best lines from Dodgeball ever. Is it necessary for me to drink my own urine? No, but it's sterile and I like to taste. All right. on that, we're going to dip, dodge, and duck the fuck out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Tune back in next week. Let's see, what do I have? Oh, it'll be Mother's Day, so we'll have a little Mother's Day update for you. What do you? I mean, so what's the Mother's Day consensus here this year? We gotta go all out. I think we got to go all out for Mother's Day this year. No, he can't. Bill Burr's old as fuck. He's like 50 something years old. That guy couldn't dodge shit. Couldn't dodge it. Are you kidding me? I would beat the shit out of Bill Burr. Literally beat his ass. And we have the same fucking hairline. We have the same fucking podcast. I can't wait till his comes out on Thursday so I can print it off and read it word for word when it comes out. I don't know. So who's on right now? Because did Bron finish off the Raptors yet? I know it's coming close. Oh, Rockets and Jazz. That's about done. Golden State went up 3-1. Yeah, so that a lot of the Sixers are down 3-0 now. Who'd have thought that? Who'd have thought that a week ago? The Sixers would be down 3-0. If you're still listening after 3 minutes ago, I said I was done. I don't know why I'm still rambling, but I am. So the fucking Sixers are down 3-0, which is a huge shock. The fucking Celtics are trotting out like they're eighth string guys. Like the Tatum kid, the rookie's nasty. Rozier's really good. Al Horford's like 400 years old. And they're just, Marcus Smart's back. They're just fucking, I don't know how they're doing it, but they're beating the shit. Well, I know how they're doing it because Ben Simmons, everybody figured out he can't shoot. So they're just backing off of him and letting him fucking basically kill the team. I think he had 1 point in game 3 or 1 point in game 2. And I forget how many he had in game 3, but it was another awful night for him. Markelle Fultz, another one. They got 2 point guards who can't shoot. That guy can't even get on the fucking floor. To the point where people are like, put in TJ McConnell. If you look at TJ McConnell, he looks like some fucking frat dude you want to punch in the face. And people are clamoring for him to get in. The little white dude with a floppy ass, like Hitler looking fucking little Hitler flap going on right here. And people are begging for him to get in. It's been a rough one for the Sixers, and I unfortunately think that they're cooked. So it'll be Celtics and Cavs in the conference finals, and the Cavs obviously with LeBron are going to make it again, and then the Warriors will probably fucking sweep them. The Warriors or Rockets, or I don't care. I don't know what the odds are in Vegas right now, but if you take the Warriors or the Rockets, you could take them home right to the bank. Whoever comes out of the West is winning the NBA championship. Lock it down. Don't forget, like I said, you have Mother's Day coming up, you fucking heathens. Get something for your mothers this week. If you don't, I don't give a shit. I mean, it's your mom. If maybe she was shitty to you. Maybe she like locked you out of the house multiple times. I don't know. My mom was pretty awesome to me, but she was also an old Italian mom. So she was kind of crazy. Like she was kind of fucking crazy. Like to teach me how to tie my shoe, she just fucking told me I couldn't. Like, I can't do it, mommy. Will you tie my shoes for me? She was like, fuck it. I'll just shut him out of the house. And if he wants to come back inside, he'll fucking learn how to tie his shoes. And she was right. I did. I learned how to tie my rolling pin. I think the worst she ever did, I cursed at her or something. And she like had these rings on and she spun them around so they were on the inside. And it was just like, ma. Got me good with that one. If you're listening and you want to report my mom to DFS, I tried that once. I said, I'm going to call, child services. And she said, bring me the phone. I'll call them for you. And I brought her the phone. We had a cordless phone because we were fancy. She fucking hit me right in the face with the phone. She said, go to bed. All right. Well, that was well played, Mom. Can't fault you for that one. I literally walked right into that one. She just took the cordless phone and hit me right in the face with it. Said, go to bed. So she got the trump card there, and I will try to get her a nice little card, maybe a bouquet of flowers, some chocolates. I don't know what my mom even likes. But now, I mean, so as you get older, you got to get your mom a Mother's Day gift, your grandmother a Mother's Day gift, your wife, if she has kids, you got to get her a Mother's Day gift. It's just like it's ever expanding. I just don't even know. I don't even know. No, she would. She would definitely listen to Bill Burr's podcast. My mom would listen to Bill Burr's podcast. Today's episode is brought to you by the Bill Burr Monday Morning Podcast. If you guys haven't heard his podcast, I suggest you check it out. He's really funny. He's does what I do, only he's actually funny and a professional comedian. So it'll make you laugh much more than I do. There's a couple more podcasts I have to try out. There's one called My Dad Wrote a Porno that's supposedly really, really funny. I haven't checked it out yet, but I'm going to. ESPN has their 30 for 30 series that's really good. The Chris D'Elia one I listened to. Mark Maron, WTF. Joe Rogan's are just too fucking long. I can't get into them. That's it. All right, I'm done. I'm out of here. I said I was going to be out of here 6 minutes ago, and I'm still fucking talking. So I'm out. Be good. Don't forget your moms, your wives, your baby mamas, your aunties, your grandmothers, whoever your godmother. If you're in the Northeast and that's still a thing, get a Mother's Day present, please. Jesus, people, don't be heathens. I'm out. Go titty fuck yourself.